5 in the Lady Harley mystery series. Hey, D. Louise book series. Christina, Kristina. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy smashy stuff going on here. So we get married. Frances and George have gotten married, and her parents are in town. Daisy and Frankie. She calls her father Frankie, not Dad. She calls her mother Daisy, or sometimes Mom, and Alonzo is her brother. And Bridget is the maid, and Rose is her daughter, and there's a nanny. Mrs. Thompson is the housekeeper. Graham is her brother-in-law, who may or may not have, some unusual, all right, not unusual, indiscretions, shall we say. So they have their wedding, and they're preparing to go away, and Mr. Connor is murdered. What is going on with Mr. Connor? Well, apparently it was a Hatfield and McCoy situation between the Bainbridges and the Connors. And it's a really lengthy story. You'll have to read the book to get all the details from it. But they were having a feud. And Alonzo, her brother, is in love with Madeline Connors. But in the beginning, most of the book actually, Fitzwalter is a rich guy he comes from a rich family, and he does have a title, but he has gambling debts up to here, and he needs Madeline's dowry to pay off his debts. He has tons and tons of debt. And Madeline doesn't want to marry Fitzwalter. She wants to marry Alonzo. So she and Alonzo get together, and they go to talk to her dad about the situation. And when they get to her dad's office, they discover he's deceased. And because Alonzo goes in, I guess he doesn't do that, but he just, are you alive? Whatever situation. And the cops find him standing over the dead body. And if you're standing over a dead body with the murder weapon in your hand, you did it. But then the coroner says, now we're getting slightly. We've developed in our coroner situation since C.S. Harris' time. But we still don't have modern text. But the coroner says that the guy died at least an hour before he was actually found. So Alonzo is sort of kind of in the clear here. And then we have some twisty turnies. And at one point, I'm thinking strangers on a train. And strangers on a train, Eve Dallas, JD ROBB pulled that off beautifully. And I'm thinking, yeah, strangers on a train. The two ladies, the Connors, Mrs. Connors and Mrs. Bainbridge, are both severely unhappy in their marriages. And maybe they conspired to do each other's husband. So it could be strangers on a train. And that's one of the theories that's passed back and forth, trying to free Alonzo. And they get her brother out of jail. And I printed the wrong synopsis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, alright, it is 5. I forgot to eliminate a few people. But, so we have, and then we learn about the feud between the Connors and the Bainbridges. And we learn about how both husbands are treating both wives. And Strangers on a Train makes a whole lot of sense, and it's carried weight for a couple of chapters. And I was going to start with that and completely forgot. There's some other stuff going on today. Some sad news, but anyways. So we try and clear Alonzo, and we finally get him clear. And then we find out that Daisy, Frances's mom, has had a little bit of indiscretion. Nothing too serious, mind you. Nothing more than a little chit-chat. Because she is 100% convinced that her husband has been stepping out on her. And Frances is like, you need to talk to him. And she's like, no, I don't want to talk to him. And Frances is like, you need to talk to him. So at one point in the book, her father says, what's up with your mom? And Frances says, you need to talk to her. And then she says, if she says something, Imply that you know, imply that I told you, but I'm not going to tell you, but imply that I told you so that she'll spill the beans. And her mother spills the beans and the parents reconcile. And we have Inspector Delaney floating around. He's not as pertinent in the investigations as in the other books that we have. Simpson, A Useful Lady, and that other one, Penrose's books, and a few others. But and C.S. Harris. I like that C.S. Harris actually works in conjunction with the Bow Street Runner, or the magistrate back then. So we have poor Madeline here. Her dad's dead. The next day, Sudley is killed. And Bainbridge is killed. What's going on here? Who's murdering these men? What's up with this situation? There's a lot of stuff going on here. And Fitzwalter went to his dad and said, look, the money lenders are coming after me. I need that money, and I need that money now. And when Bainbridge pulled out of this bigger deal that they were doing, Bainbridge was like, suddenly caught on to the fact that his son had all of this debt. And when Madeline may or may not have convinced her father to also pull out of the deal, that's when Fitzwalter just went off the rails. So it could be him too, because of all his debt. Apparently, Fitzwalter was walking around most of the book saying the marriage was a done deal, that contracts had been signed. But Madeline never signed anything. So she's stressing, and then at one point, that looks like Madeline may have killed her father. So her mother confesses to the crime to save her daughter from going to jail. And she's like, my daughter will go to the States, she'll go to Cincinnati, I have relatives there. And Francis is like, well, why didn't you say this before? She could have went a long time ago. So, who killed these guys and why? And how does the wedding photographer assist in providing little clues? Is it Alonzo? Is it Madeline? Is it Madeline's mother? Is it Fitzwalter? Could it be Graham? The party was held in his house. He was also having an illicit affair with one of the peoples that was in his house. Not too big, but one of the peeps. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody's bedroom hopping. Some may not actually get into the bed. Some people may have just been talking on the couch. But you have to read the book to find out the individual details and to find out who did it. Was it really strangers on a train? Or did somebody else do it? Was one mother trying to protect the daughter? Did the wives swap? Did they get together and go, you kill mine, I'll kill yours? Are we doing strangers on a train? I was flying with that idea. I was like, yeah, Eve Dallas, you go. But it's awesome. I'm enjoying the heck out of this series. And we're moving on to the next book. A Newlywed's Guide to Fortune and Murder. Have a good one.